Welcome to the Deucecast Extra. Why is my computer all of a sudden doing this? That is hilarious.
Mine's also freezing.
Mine's all right.
I mean, ridiculous.
That's good, man.
Ridiculous. Like perfect until we start the show, of course. Thanks, Internet. But we are here, as always, on a Tuesday night to talk, in this case, some Star Wars. We had new Star Wars released on May the 4th. And it gives us the opportunity to talk Star Wars. And it's a show that we covered 2 years ago. Was it 2 years that this show was on? I think it was 2 years ago.
Last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Oh, was it just last year? I don't know. Look, time is a flat circle. So I don't even know.
It's a construct.
It's relative.
A construct, exactly. So yeah, what we're going to do as the episode title
September 2021 is
I was right.
Were released.
I was right 2 years ago. I was right.
Earl says, "Let it flow, Brian.
Let it flow, man."
Doctor must be
on man.
Nice, Doctor.
Hey, I'm living the Steve Glosson life, man.
Steve Glosson
I'm trying
life.
to catch up.
Man. I mean, you
gotta
do
cool
what you gotta
mirror
do.
Shades, but I'm just trying to work it out.
Well, what we did in September
I can't
of
see
2021.
anything.
I was gonna say you look like Ray Charles.
Yeah, well, not fully like Rachel. Okay, Earl, that's no, Earl,
Okay.
Earl, no. What are we doing? No. What we did in September 2021 was we broke this up into 2 episodes just because we want to give ample time to talk about these if we want to
flesh
so
them
we're
out.
doing episodes
For me to watch them.
I mean, there's and we wanted to give Garrison plenty of time to watch them. And honestly, myself, I've only watched the first 4. And then
same.
I'll watch the rest of them.
Same. The rest is a surprise.
Yeah,
We still
5
don't know
through
what's gonna
9. Well, and 5 through 9, I looked at the run times. They're a little bit longer than the first 4 episodes, so there's going to be a little bit more meat to that bone, perhaps. So yeah, we're covering episodes 1 through 4. But first, let's go around the horn here. Garrison Rife, and how is it going, buddy?
It's going great. I'm ripping off my notes from a podcast I did this weekend. Oh, can't see those.
All right, yeah.
Maybe
got some
we'll hear
scoops
about
on it.
Yeah.
Scoops. Yeah, exactly. And Roth from Wyoming, how is it going? Most recently, you did the movie Tag on your podcast and had the director on.
Nope. We didn't have the director on. We were supposed to, but
what happened?
The writer's strike. Put some wrenches into it. He got very busy because we were supposed to have him on before while it was bubbling. So
the writer's strike is affecting everyone.
Man, it's destroying everything.
It's destroying everything.
Luckily, we recorded 2 versions where we would say, like, here's the director and here's the rest of the episode. So we were prepared.
That means that you've been playing the podcast game long enough that you need to do that sometimes. You got to have 2 versions.
I've at least
of
been
everything.
listening to them enough.
You got to be ready. You got to be ready to make a quick change.
Dr. Earl, I am excited because I just noticed your t-shirt. Is that a Switchfoot t-shirt?
It is, yeah.
I just bought tickets to a Switchfoot concert that's going to be at the Avondale Brewery.
Really?
I'm excited.
Switchfoot.
It's in August 26th to be exact. I'm very excited about that.
That'd be a good place to see him, actually.
I think it would be too.
Yeah,
I think it would be a very good place to
I'll be there. I'd be there.
That is like first album cover, I think, for Switchfoot.
Yeah, pretty close. Second, probably. Second, yeah.
That's not Legend of Chin.
I helped them load out, and they gave me this T-shirt for helping.
The dude.
Me and Jimmy and some other folks helped.
Earl and I are old
school.
You
were there.
Earl and I are old school 90s Christian rockers.
They opened for OC Supertones. And
was it that show that you loaded out in?
Show,
I was at that
they
show.
Were,
they were a foreign language happening in front of me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
No idea. They could be talking about Star Wars Visions from.
It's a good band.
OC Supertones. Why didn't you say that?
Earl, did you know that the guitar player for the OC Supertones at that time, or maybe in Switchfoot, one of those bands, was also from Fold Zandura? Did you know about that?
Is OC
like specific references?
Is OC
just stop it, Mike.
Orange County?
Orange County
Supertones.
Okay.
They were
I understand
that. They were ska.
I'm mostly doing this for Brian
because I know Christian band.
Oh yeah, dude. Look, back in the 90s,
everything.
There was every genre of like, quote unquote secular music they had in Christian music also. So if there was, you could find rap. You could find metal. You
ska.
could, I mean, anything ska. Yeah, you
emo.
could.
I guess you could find emo.
Christian music in the 90s was the biggest, one of the biggest money making ventures. Like people were making money hand over fist. It all started, of course, with DC Talk and that Jesus Freak album. And man, it just went crazy from there. Jars of Clay, all of that. You don't even know the Jars of Clay reference?
I've heard the name.
Okay.
Well, they're young.
Okay.
They're young, Michael.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
I also that's not. I don't know.
Your genre.
It's not
Catholics
your jam.
don't really do the Christian music.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Rich Mullins is probably the closest.
Well, like we've got like a guy like Matt Mayer. Matt Mayer is pretty big.
Yeah, Matt Mayer is really
I've heard of Matt Mayer.
He's good.
He's Catholic. He wrote a lot of the songs that we sing in
John. You know John Michael Talbot. Yeah. John Michael Talbot.
John Michael Talbot.
70s. He was big.
Colin Ray used
Michael
to be
Card.
a big.
Wait, Colin Ray from. Wait, no,
like,
I'm Colin Hay is who I'm thinking of.
That's My Story. I'm sticking to it. That song.
Yeah.
He's doing like Catholic music now. Specific.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
I didn't mean to call it such controversy.
No, I love it, dude. I've going to a lot of concerts this summer that are old 90s Christian rockers. I'm going to a Petra concert.
I've heard that.
That's old 70s Christian rock.
Well, yeah, but they were around in
that's
the
like
90s,
Jesus Revolution levels. But
so let's talk about all of these. Like I said, we're just going
to the visions. Let's get back to the visions.
Visions. So I've got what I want to talk about first is Sith.
Whoa, look at you.
Dude, look at
love this animation style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, Gary. Yeah, Garrison's hiding now. And this one was interesting. Okay, so I do want to give props to each animation studio. So this one was animated by a studio named El Gueri. Now, I did not look up the origin of that studio. I would assume that is Spanish.
I actually have that.
Oh, good.
It is from Spain.
Good.
Oh, Spain.
Yes.
Spain.
It was originally recorded in English, but they also have a Spanish version with the same voice actress.
Okay, yeah. And that's the thing. Some of these don't really have any names. Some of them have a couple names. But this particular episode, there's no voice actor for the English dub that has any big names.
Now, I will say I'm pulling that off of a Reddit post. So
no, you're right. I think it is Spain. I mean, I watched that panel for Celebration, and the animators were out there. So
the type of animation, did it kind of remind you of Into the Spider-Verse?
A little bit.
Type of animation?
A little bit.
Yeah. When it came on, I was
like an incomplete Into the Spider-Verse.
Sure. Yeah. I get that.
And like the movement was pretty similar.
Yeah. Well, the movie was
Soul.
The movie was kind of creating its own new type of animation, and they like while they were making the film, it was very expressive and bold.
We're talking about
very
Spider-Verse.
Very comic book, and then this. I mean, it felt the same, except it didn't have the little comic dots all over it. But
right, yeah.
So was El Gueri involved with that Into the Spider-Verse movie at all?
I don't think so.
They don't have anything super duper big from what I've
Sony animation.
Yeah,
but that's straight up Sony animation.
Well, wasn't the goal of this Visions to go? The first one was all Japanese.
Correct.
Companies, and now this is more like worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah. Mr.
Worldwide.
Do you want me to just run down every country that did them real quick?
Well, no, because we're going to talk as we talk about it.
Yeah.
As
Michael doesn't want you to spoil it. So.
No. This one, this one is obviously called Sith. You've got a former Sith apprentice.
Yes.
Which I like this idea. I like that we're playing around with Sith stuff. In fact, a couple of these that we're going to be talking about are going to be playing around with a lot of Sith stuff. And she's this character was on the run and in hiding from her Sith master. She just wanted to paint the Force. Lola. Yeah, her name was Lola.
Is she painting with the Force? Because sometimes it seems to be showing up in reality, and then sometimes it doesn't seem to be showing up in reality.
Yeah, it was very abstract.
And I'm wondering if she's like schizo or
could be. I mean,
I don't think they're supposed to be putting it across that way. But
no. I mean, there was some of that.
Michael, explain the story to us, and then we can.
No. I mean, it's just basically she's in hiding from her Sith apprentice because she just wants to do her art. She's got a cool little droid.
Master.
Yeah, sorry, Sith Master. She got a little droid. You always got to have a droid in Star Wars.
Of course.
You want to have a droid.
We'll talk about some of those later.
Yeah, we will. And then she basically gets caught by her Sith master. I mean, her Sith master comes back. They battle. There's a couple cool. Now, were those droids that were with him?
I don't know what those were.
Because she cut off one of their heads and it looked mechanical.
I think they were droids.
Yeah,
I think they were droids also.
I thought they were like other. I thought it was like 3 Sith at first, and I was like,
I think they were more similar to like
2.
Grievous's.
I know.
I think they were more similar to like Grievous's like henchmen.
Yeah,
Mikey, this isn't canon.
With jetpack.
Oh, I know. No, I know it's not canon.
They will say they did refer to there can only be 2, and the second takes the place of the first. And
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
so they were abiding by
that's why
that
when she strikes him down, he's like, "Oh, you're now the Sith Master."
You're now the Sith Master, right?
And
and
then she's like, "I live by both." I don't know what the heck was that. I don't know.
That was
Clone Wars.
dude.
Dooku also pretty much had an apprentice in Ventress in
Right.
Clone Wars, so there were like 3 Sith,
Yeah.
and there was Grievous.
Yeah,
And
there
Maul
was
was out
Anakin
there.
being groomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so she was on the run, right? She didn't.
Oh yeah,
her
her footsteps turned everything black. That's true. Yeah, she couldn't paint in the colors of the wind. Sorry, that's like Pocahontas reference.
Well, but she kept trying to do things in color, and that black would see.
And the black would,
Yes.
because she's
So
still
there was-
Sith. I mean,
Yes.
still a Sith.
That was the implication I got. Yeah.
once a Sith, always a Sith. You can't get away from that as much as you would want to. Look, I mean,
Our opinions
I think what's going to happen with this particular version of Visions, I like the animation stuff. I like that they went to different studios. I'm looking forward to seeing more different animation styles. Maybe the story was not as strong as I wanted it to be. I personally didn't get much out of the first one.
Oh,
Sith. Now,
really?
did you like this one, Dr. Earl?
I really like this one. This was my favorite of the 3.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But part of it was because I loved the art, and part of it was I loved her bike.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the way that was drawn was.
Oh yeah. That was cool. That was cool.
Now there's the whole dualism thing where she says, "I can be both."
Yeah, the
she
gray
has her blade goes yellow this way and
wimpy yellow lightsaber.
Yeah,
that was my first note on this. Was that lightsaber was like a wet noodle.
I think there's better ones to come, but in the next 5.
Yeah.
But this well, I guess I'm already giving my cards away, but this was
that's fine.
I think my favorite of the 4.
Yeah.
Although all of them had things that intrigued me.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the art. I like the battle between her and the Sith. And anyway,
gotta have a lightsaber.
It was cool.
Check that box. Gotta have a droid. Check that box.
Yep.
Garrison, what did you think of this one?
I thought the animation was really pretty. I like that it kind of had that Into the Spider-Verse. I like that it felt different from other 3D animation, which is what a lot of these episodes bring, is something different to the table. And even from Clone Wars animation, which is slightly different from traditional 3D animation nowadays. Just the end of the story to me was like, okay,
it's a little confusing.
So
Brian,
she has
dude. Inference of story is what.
And
these all remind me.
Yeah, I don't need the story to spell it out for me. I thought the conclusion was dumb. I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of. I'm both Sith and whatever.
Well, I'm not a fan of dualism.
Yeah.
I can be both things.
And there's a lot of Star Wars fans that love that whole concept of a great
Jedi.
Not what
Star Wars. That's not what Star Wars is about.
It's good and
at least
evil.
the classic story.
Evil.
Yeah.
Only the Bendu can live in between. Only the Bendu. If you've seen Rebels.
I'm the Bendu.
Oh wait, Garrison, you haven't seen all of Rebels yet.
I've seen Rebels.
Oh, you've seen all of it. Okay.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Those creatures that Kanan goes and talks to at one point.
Yeah.
One of the
what about you, Roth?
The voice of him.
What did you think about this first episode?
I was very surprised when we saw Lola for the first time. The human animation and like the character animation was incredible compared to everything else. When we were first kind of like going up to it, I was like, we're going to see a stick figure right now based on everything else around
Sure.
And then I was just blown away by how she like looked. I thought that was good. I did write a little synopsis for each one to remind me.
Oh, please do. Please read that.
What is the Jacob?
I'm going to leave out the first word, but I'm just saying Latina leaves her Sith master to paint with her droid, eventually discovers she can paint her own destiny.
Oh, that's precious.
She did paint her own destiny.
I like that. I like that. That's a better description than the Wikipedia description.
Better ending than
yeah, better ending than we got, in all honesty. Yeah. But you know,
I would almost rather have had her be more non-committal about whatever she was, and just be like you said, painting her own destiny,
or
making her own making her own path in the world.
Or if it's like traditional Star Wars, I would have rather her like pushed the whole Sith thing away altogether, and come to the light. I mean, sure. But she seemed like she wanted to stay sort of in between. And
Brian, I do like Brian's comment there. It's like Luke's outfit in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, her black hair with the white locks. I guess that's what he's saying. Like the light was trying to get her out. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I think this animation.
Brian's a deep thinker. I'm not a deep thinker at all. So I don't get. I'm sure some of these like are meant to be abstract, and you're supposed to
art needs the black and the white to get the contrast. She mentioned that at one point.
Well, hey, black is all the colors, and white is none of the colors. So she is now all the colors and none of the colors.
Animation is a medium. Right. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's dive into the next one.
Number 2,
Screecher's Reach.
Screecher's Reach.
Love that poster. Some of these posters actually are better than the. I love the look. The look of
Screecher's Reach. Yeah, that's a great name too. I like that.
Really cool poster.
Now,
this particular studio, a lot of people are going to be familiar with Cartoon Saloon.
Yes, Wolf
because
Walkers.
they did Walkers. They did the Academy Award nominated Secret of the Kells.
And Wolf Walkers was Academy Award nominated.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
I loved Wolf Walkers, so I was very excited for this.
Wolf Walkers,
I've not seen either one of those movies.
I didn't even know it was them. I didn't look when the title card came up. For most of these studios, I was looking down for a second. But when it turned on and the animation was there, and then they started speaking in Irish accents, I was like, "This is the Wolf Walkers people."
Now, as far as
it's the Irish one.
Yeah, as far as the cast is concerned, I don't know any of the Irish actors, but Angelica Houston was the Sith.
Yeah, that was curious. That was curious.
Which all she did was sort of scream and say a few things.
No. She was the one that was talking through the medallion and came at the end.
She was the medallion one. Oh,
yes.
That's cool.
Neon Moyles was the ghost that was screaming.
Oh, okay. Well, so Angelica Houston.
She was the Screecher. She was the one at the end who showed up, right? Yeah.
The one who showed up at the end who had been talking through the amulet. I mean, look, I was sort of drawn into this one right away because I do love those Cartoon Saloon movies. I love their use of music. I really like the ethereal Irish sounding. Just it gives you that vibe of the United Kingdom. It's kind of Ireland. So I kind of like this one. I was digging it. I mean,
this was fun. Yeah, this was a fun one.
They're very good at creating. Well, at the time, see, you don't know at the beginning. At the beginning, you think you're viewing all these like younger people protagonists, like they're good at creating that vibe. My daughter watched this one with me and got pretty freaked out from the Sith animation. That the ghost
that was kind
pretty
of pretty
freaky. I found it interesting that all these characters knew of this area and knew of the ghost. Like they knew it was on this planet and they just kind of
it was a legend, right? It's not like it's not like they don't go to Screecher's Reach.
Screecher's Reach, yeah, exactly.
Don't you go to
you know that old abandoned building off of that road and that road? That is very haunted.
That's the haunted house.
People die there.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
In fact, didn't we see like bones and stuff at one point? Or
when the light went,
You don't want to go to Screecher's Reach.
Screecher's Reach. Garrison, what do you think of this one?
I absolutely love this episode. This is my favorite of the 4, personally.
I think. It's I think it is my favorite though. I think you're right.
This is my favorite. The Wolf Walkers studio Cartoon Saloon. Their animation style I really like. Their tone and their feel I really love, but I also love the story. The story in this one with the twist of her being a Sith at the end, which I think was pretty
Sith.
obvious.
Yeah, Brian, she's a Sith at the end.
I thought that was
Yeah, well,
the
she got
obvious part.
suckered into it, right? Because it
Yes.
was on
Well,
the
but
Because
not
she's-
really.
She's
It
being
was her
given an
desire.
opportunity. She's
Yeah.
being given an opportunity to leave home.
Mhm.
And so she takes that opportunity. She thinks her friends can come with her. She gets
Yeah.
told that's not the case and still goes because it's her opportunity to
It's
leave.
her opportunity to get off, and she. I mean,
And she
she had
defeated
been.
that witch or whatever that ghost.
Well, it was the other
ghost.
Sith.
She feels stuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was another Sith. Yeah, she was taking the place of that Sith.
She was
basically.
taking the place of that Sith. I mean, and she even, talking to her friend. She had dreams. She was like, "Don't you ever wonder if there's anything else to life instead of working in this environment?"
The interesting thing was when she clearly struck down the Sith in the cave. I did kind of have this mixed feeling at the time. I was like, well, I mean, I don't know that I would. The thing was pinned under the rock still, wasn't it? I don't know that I would have killed that thing.
Well,
but see, that was her
probably had the
test.
force, so it could have gotten the rock off.
She was freaked out.
Possibly.
She was
Yes.
freaked out.
Well, yes, I'm with you.
But why? Well, but she turns out to be a Sith apprentice, basically.
That's why.
Basically,
That's why.
yeah.
That she
and that's
was
why
the
she
killer.
struck down the creature.
And it's
She was
interesting
told to struck down
that you say that, like, I was watching it with my youngest daughter, and I was like, oh, she was not supposed to do that. She's not supposed to kill. Jedi aren't supposed to kill. And I was like,
she is no Jedi.
She is no Jedi. I mean, and so she was like, oh, and see, my kid loves Wolfwalkers. She was like, is this story going to continue? Can we keep watching more? And I was like, no, these are shorts.
This is
she was like, so I made her watch the third one with me, and she was not having it. She was like, I want to watch what happens, like when she leaves with that Sith.
That's one I want to see more of that story.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost want to see the struggles of her friends actually trying to reach out and maybe bring her back. Like Luke and Anakin, Luke pulling Anakin back, that kind of
What
thing,
would you do?
Well, apparently, I mean, she took the deal with the devil, basically.
She
I
did.
mean,
But Anakin took the deal with the devil too. I mean,
he
he
definitely
slaughtered
did.
children. He still winds up being a hero. So
in the end, yes.
Wait, he became a hero?
A long road to get there. Long road to get there.
Yes,
but yes,
but that's the thing.
He's
You can always have redemption.
There is potential redemption. Yes, exactly. But yeah, I love. What about you, Roth? What did you think of this one?
Yeah, this is my favorite one as well. All I could think of at the start though was the meme, "The children yearn for the mines."
Oh. Right. Yes.
I don't know if they know that Minecraft meme.
Well, I do because my daughter.
I
my
don't
daughter
know.
plays that one.
I'll take your word for it.
That's why Minecraft is so popular.
Yeah. What was your description?
I said, Irish girl gets groomed and seduced to the dark side, leaves her friends to wither away in the mines.
Groomed.
Wither away. See,
I
mean,
I loved.
Yeah.
I watched this one a couple times, and I loved you had like a Rhodian at the beginning. You had like, if you look carefully, you see all these different Star Wars aliens working in the mines. So yeah.
See, I think I watched.
Oh yeah, I should, Brian. That's a good idea. Tell her to write a short story, and I'll read it next week. That's a good idea. What about you, Dr. Earl? This is your roots, your Irish roots. Did you?
Yeah, this was my second favorite, I think, of the.
Well, yeah, because you already said Sith was your first favorite.
Yeah, I'll let the cat out of the bag. No, I liked it. I didn't like the fact that I was hoping it was going to be more of a team thing, and then it was like I liked probably even more than the plucky, Mary Sue that walked into the thing. I like the I like the guy.
Mary Sue.
I like the little scrappy boy
Her name
that
is
got
Doll.
scared.
Yeah, her name
Yeah,
is Doll.
D-A-A-L.
What are you talking about?
And then I like the little team, and then they just kind of got left in the dust. But I do like the fact that if she's going to be this, let her go to the Sith. That's fine.
Yeah. If she's going to be selfish, let her go.
They got separated on purpose. She didn't want them in the cave with her.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand.
She was kind of in a way protecting them. And look, she was like Roth said, there was some grooming involved with the amulet and all of that.
Tears in her eyes when she was leaving.
I know. She didn't want. No, you're right. I mean, she didn't want to leave, but she went. It's not like she turned down
her friends. Sorry,
she didn't want to leave her friends. It's not like she was going to turn down the offer, though. I mean, she was like, "I'm out. I'm not going to work in these mines for the rest of my life." And I get it. I mean, look, who wants to work? Zoolander didn't want to work in mines for the rest of his life. I mean, so who wants to work in mines?
That's very true.
So, anybody else have any comments on this one before we jump to the next one? I know it feels like we're moving
The
quick,
witch was
but
cool. The witch was
yes,
The
that
witch
was
was
cool
cool, and
animation.
the shot of them on the speeders as like the kind of
Yes.
planets, it looked
That
like the
was
planets were
cool.
on top of each other was awesome.
That was really cool. Yeah, there was some good animation.
This
here.
one felt like the biggest in scope, I think,
Mm-hmm.
but between these four at least. Now, I think we're going to get to some really epic stories in 5 through 9, but I mean, this one felt pretty big in scope.
It was definitely small scale still.
Well, I'm just talking about the
scope.
wide shots that they would do.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying the right word, maybe, but I mean,
when you say that, I'm thinking like this only happened with a small group of people.
Yeah. No, I don't mean that. I just mean like
you meant like
the
shot was
really wide animation shots that looked really cool. Okay, well then let us jump to In the Stars. Very, very unique animation style. I could not personally tell if it was claymation or animation.
That's very true.
Yeah. Punk Robot was the name of this particular studio. Roth, if you could tell us what the origin of that studio is, because
I think there's some kind of Latino. Is this Mexican?
I don't
this
know.
is you're close. It's Chile.
Chilean.
It was recorded in English as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I looked at this voice cast and didn't recognize.
There's one, the Imperial lady,
Kate Dickey.
She plays Aunt Lysa from Game of Thrones.
That's right. I was looking at her picture on IMDb.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
And I was like,
breastfeeding the 6
yes.
If you need that image,
I don't. I never needed that image again, so appreciate that one.
She was also in the.
I want to see the Batman.
Was she in the Green Knight? She was in the Green Knight, right?
Yes, she was in the Green Knight.
She was in the Green Knight.
She was the wife in the Green Knight. Okay.
Yeah, that was interesting. This one, I liked the animation style only because it's a style I had never really seen before. It was
there
very
were some
new.
shots that looked so real and others that looked so CGI, and I just couldn't figure it out.
I couldn't.
I think it was CGI personally.
I think it probably was, but they did a very good job of emulating the claymation look, or even like somewhat of the stop motion look in some parts. I mean, it looked pretty good.
It was almost like these Mayan pot creatures. Kind of had this.
It was
sort
interesting.
of rounded, shaped.
The Moon Door, yes.
That's from Game of
Thrones. Yeah.
Moon Door, yeah.
The man fly.
I want to see the Batman fly now.
So this one was certainly more of like an environmental message, I think. Just in the sense of the corporate baddie coming and milking the planet for all it's worth. And
so this is about this episode was when I was like, okay, I see where they're going with all these. And my brain turned up. My brain turned to
once you realize it turns to a dark place. Wow, exactly.
No, I'm just kidding.
We've got an Amber Alert here. Let's see. Calhoun County. That's far away.
I haven't got no Amber Alert yet.
I don't care about Calhoun County. That's far away from us.
Wow. I care.
Brian with the curveball. This was his favorite. The world building and the story were very good. Okay.
Wow. Okay. All right. This is my
he likes the little guy taking on the Empire. I mean, I get it. That's very Star Wars. Because that's essentially what they were having to do to get their water. My daughter checked out of this one, but stayed with it once they got to the facility and some action started happening. She sort of got back into it, and I was trying to explain to her they could only drink the water that the Empire had, and everybody deserves to have fresh water, and so it's okay.
It's a human right
that they were going to get that water. Because she was like, why don't they just drink that water that they're in the boat? And I was like, no, you can't drink that water. That's bad water. So
Garrison poisoned the water.
Yeah, Garrison, what do you think of this one?
I'm kind of confused because I played the episode and I don't remember any of these things you guys are talking about. When I played In the Stars, C-3PO was singing with R2-D2 about Christmas.
I see what you did.
Well played.
I think that's the better in the stars,
that's the
personally.
better one.
No, I'm with you. I mean, well played, sir. I'm very much with you on that.
The animation was good. I didn't care for the story personally. It was my least favorite of the 4 we watched.
Of the 4 we watched, it
Yeah,
was my least favorite as well.
I'm
Now
agree with
that doesn't mean that it doesn't have merit, but I just didn't like it out of the 4 out of these first 4.
Yeah, I don't love.
I mean, once we watch all 9 of them, we'll give like a final ranking, maybe. But I mean,
I'm also absolutely biased to 2 studios on this.
Sure, yes,
4 episodes
as
that we've
am
watched so
I.
far.
As am I, yeah. And in fact, the 2 most recognizable studios are involved in a couple of these first 4. Whereas 5 through 9, I personally am not familiar with any of those studios. But I think
Jacob can give you the list.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's talk about what your Roth, what your synopsis of this episode was.
Last 2 members of a species become eco-terrorists after eco-terrorist mom fails and destroy imperial facility. Will both eventually die and species cease to exist?
They won't eventually die.
That's a mouthful compared to the other ones.
The clouds parted.
I will say
there's only 2 of them.
That's true.
Of the whole
right.
species.
Okay.
I like that you call
and they're both
eco-terrorists. Oh wow, eco-terrorists.
I wonder how they're.
Now, I will say that I started feeling emotion when the little one was about to be thrown off and the sister was trying to save her. And
they're doomed already. I felt emotion when they were trying to paint.
I didn't think about how they reproduced, but yeah, and they're sisters, and
they're done. You can't. You can't live in a society that. Well, I better not go down this road.
Hey, well, I maybe I'll take it back a little bit because life finds a way.
Not in this case. You can't.
We don't know other species.
Yeah, but that was like human meddling involved with that.
Well, aren't they going to become stars anyway? They're just going to be stars.
Maybe what the Empire did will do what what our government did to the frogs.
I don't even know what that means.
I won't go further into that.
Maybe I mean
Alex Jones.
You are correct though. In order for a species to exist, procreation is important.
But they don't have a dad. This is not
from different genders.
We don't need men. We don't need men to help procreate.
It's like the Doctor Strange
daughters and mothers,
or universe where there's only women.
Daughters and mothers, and we're stars.
These are just sisters. These are sisters. The mother's dead. The mother's dead.
No, she's a star. She's still alive as a star. Yeah.
Do say something positive about the episode. The painting scene was done well, and I liked it, and that's the part that made me feel a little emotion. Like, I feel bad for these guys.
Lots of painting in these episodes.
I did not. Are you talking about on the rocks?
Yeah,
I'll tell you why I did not like that scene, because it is her going, "Sister, don't you remember all this stuff?" And I was like, "Oh my god,
it's time for exposition."
Yes, I was like the most blatant exposition.
And that's when Michael's daughter walked out.
For sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will say,
totally bored with that part.
To give myself a little credit, I wasn't paying attention, so it didn't seem like exposition to me.
Oh, well,
I was just looking at the prettiness on the screen.
But
it was like Basil came up.
But Brian, even if they get off the planet, their species still is dead. Their species is,
unless this is Star Wars. We saw Hera and Kanan have a child.
Oh, okay. Okay, they could go half
cross pollination.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. All right, that's fine.
That's their only hope.
Maybe to get out. We fixed it, guys, and actually Brian fixed it because of the Lambda class shuttle and get off that.
Brian is saving the sisters.
Brian has a more optimistic
saving the hope
look
for their
species. They do a White Christmas. Is that what you're doing?
There are another something about sisters.
Yeah, it's from White Christmas.
They're gonna run into Bob
on the Christmas album by Miko.
Bing Crosby.
All right. Let's move on then.
Danny Kaye's in that, right?
Danny Kaye and Bing Crosby. They're going to go to Snow Planet.
Tap dancing with Danny effing Kaye.
To the only episode that had an actual Star Wars cameo.
Oh, yeah.
Voice as well.
Wedge Antilles. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, voice as well. Dennis Lawson as Wedge Antilles for the Aardman animation.
The British.
Please.
Yeah.
before we go on to this episode, Brian's comment is 100% correct, because I was watching it, and while they were talking, I was going, they could just be doing the animation with no dialogue. The animation exposition is fantastic. The dialogue made me cringe.
I hear you. Okay, well, that's fair. Let's move on to this last one.
Sorry.
It was fun. I am your mother.
I am your mother.
This was Aardman through and through. I mean, it's low stakes. It's just fun for the kids.
It was fun. Did your daughter watch this one?
The age range was there. She's 8. She loved it. I mean, because she likes Shaun the Sheep and Wallace and Gromit and all of that stuff, and so she immediately knew what she was looking at here with this animation style. I personally thought this one was a lot of fun. It's probably my second favorite out of these 4.
It's my second favorite.
It was just fun. It was very low stakes. Yeah. Just there's not much going on here. I mean, I think
it's this group's composite second favorite. We'll just say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
We'll go with that. Okay.
Very northern UK. I don't know.
Yeah.
Brian's an Anglophile, so he knows very specifically the regions of the UK that would like this type of
doting
humor.
Mother, the sort of over.
Exactly.
Which part doesn't have dentists? Oh wait, that's the whole island.
Yeah,
they're working up.
Are they? I don't know.
Who needs to?
It's all very strange. That whole thing is very strange.
But look, I had the new King's fingers. These things are sausages.
He's an old man.
Seriously, it looks like they should be at Costco on a toothpick.
Wow. How dare you talk about your king like that, sir?
Not my king.
Your Majesty.
I am still I can't reveal my.
Long live the king.
He's a loyalist over here, apparently.
Yes.
Loyalist.
I can't reveal my allegiance.
No, you mustn't. You must not.
God save the king.
So this was fun because yes, but I'm not a citizen, sir. I was born in the UK, but I'm not a citizen.
In the UK.
I did not choose dual citizenship when I turned 18. I pledged my allegiance to the flag. Yes, when you turn 18, if you were born in England, I could have chosen dual citizenship, but I pledged my allegiance to my flag.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably would have done dual citizenship.
Nope. Heck no.
Well, you were a Polish citizen for a bit too, right?
No, I lived there for like 6 months, but that's
6 months.
No, I was not a Polish.
Michael was a man of the world, a man about town.
I was in my younger days. I was. Yes, you're right about that. So yeah, like we said, Aardman animation. This one was really fun. I mean, you had the droids, the dog droid. I don't know. It was cute. I mean, it's cute, but the thing, and even my daughter was like, "Wait a minute. If that's a droid, why is there dog food in that bowl?"
I didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice that at all. I didn't. Dog.
It could have been nuts and bolts. I wasn't paying attention, in all honesty. But you liked the dog droid?
Yeah, Z1. Yeah, because that's how they say Z in Britain because they're dumb. But yes,
they say Z.
XYZ.
They seriously say Z in Britain. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
I said. So yeah, the dog was cute, I guess, and then you had racing. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh,
the pod racing.
Child abduction.
Why am I getting nothing?
Ohatchee, Alabama.
Oh, I just got it. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, what is going on?
I'll see you guys later. They need me.
They need you.
I get a lot of alerts for like Atlanta, and I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, those Amber Alerts will go statewide. I mean,
where is Ohatchee? I don't even know where Ohatchee is.
I don't know where that is.
We get Colorado as well because.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, well, we're right on I-25 and I-80, so lots of traffic. So we get lots of places. A little bit of Nebraska too.
Oh man, Brian did not like the the rich kid and her mom.
Supposed to.
No, Brian, not rich, posh.
Posh, yeah, exactly. Her posh.
Hello, mommy.
And they had the most streamlined looking race.
Oh, they were.
This was yet another form of racing. We've had pod racing. What was it in? Was it Ridge Racing?
Yes, and Bad Batch.
in Bad Batch. What did they call that?
That was
racing?
so good. Yeah.
Oh, it was so bad.
Oh, here we go.
We did pod racing.
Here we go. Here. Whenever it's like a bat signal, whenever someone's coming to talk about animation, Rhett shows up to talk crap about it.
The Amber Alert must have woken him up, and he said, "Oh, I got to get on the."
He's so started vibrating. He's like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" Oh yeah, I got to go crap on animation.
I've already seen The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Is that what he's talking about? When he says
Zissou. No, this is a
no, it's that fighting
the Nazi
hunter.
Nazi hunter.
Thing, yeah.
I liked it when it was called Inglourious Bastards.
The way they're advertising it, you can almost say I liked it when it was called John Wick. I mean,
John Wick.
Look, it's all marketing. It's all marketing.
It's all over the trailers. John Wick.
Yeah, exactly. Garrison, what did you think about this episode in general? Did you like this?
Oh, I loved it. I mentioned earlier it was my second favorite episode.
Yeah. Jeez, Rhett. No, sir. That's in a way different part of Alabama.
All those rumors are not true. Stay over there. Stay. Stay where you are. Okay, what was that now?
We're like the family and X. If anyone gets that,
Oh
that's a little.
That's a little D.
It's a little creepy.
She sticks her fingers out the door and we break them with the gun.
Yeah, that's right. So this was your second favorite? We're talking about children's cartoons here, and now I'm talking about X.
Yeah, it's same
It
level.
was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, debauchery over there. Yeah,
I like that. I like that she showed up in that awful flying
boathouse.
Yeah.
I love that one. I love that the hunk of junk in Star Wars continues to be super fast and the underdog.
Yeah.
But wins the races.
Doesn't look like much, but she's got it where it counts.
Even if it was kind of a tortoise in the hare situation where the faster ship hit that edge and then sputtered out at the end.
The Ryloth maneuver is what they talked about. I watched
Ryloth roll.
Yeah,
Ryloth roll. Yeah, that was
pretty cool. I liked all the
sounds like a dance move, by the way.
The other racers were cool. I loved the Aardman Wookiee. Like I never knew I needed to see a Wookiee animated in Aardman style.
The baby ripping the teddy bear.
Yes, that was awesome.
The mini Death Star laser was really cool too. Yeah, I loved that. That was really
I also loved Wedge Antilles just
chilling it.
Yeah. He was selling his product.
Yeah.
It's like,
and be sure to buy Wedge Antilles.
It's like he was a really good college quarterback that couldn't cut it in the NFL. and now works at the college town's used car dealership.
This should specifically put all those stupid rumors to bed that Dennis Lawson ever had any problem about coming back to work at Star Wars. I mean, I remember there was those rumors that he refused to come back for Force Awakens and all that nonsense. I mean, the dude likes the character.
He's older, right?
And let's be honest, they probably just forgot that the character of Wedge even existed in the Force Awakens.
Probably, yeah.
But the Brits don't forget. The Brits know.
The Brits, yeah, exactly.
He's one of their own.
They support their chaps.
That's their chaps.
Their mates.
Their chaps.
Yes.
Yeah, and this was all claymation, right? This is an art.
Well, it's hard to tell. Like, I think it is traditional claymation. Yeah, it is. Ewan's uncle. Yeah. Well, that doesn't mean Aardman has been delving into CGI as well, though.
Well, whatever. It looks like their style. I don't really care.
Yeah.
As long as it looks the same.
I want to say that this was actual traditional claymation. I did not look that up though to be sure.
Probably some of the flying ship action I could see being more CGI. And
then
I think cleaned up that way.
Yeah, exactly. So it was cool. I liked it, and it made me kind of want more from them in the Star Wars realm. And the same with Cartoon Saloon. I mean, I kind of would want more from both of those studios.
They kind of seemed like they got it. They got the vibe and the
right.
I mean,
very different stories. It was a Death Star for ants. it was really cool looking. Rhett, you're doing yourself a disservice by not at least watching some of these. I mean, if you liked the animation from any of the Aardman stuff, you should watch this. Or if you liked animation,
your daughter have a moment. Watch this with Nova.
No, she only watches Beavis and Butthead.
Bring her back from the edge.
Now, if Mike Judge did a Star Wars episode, I'd be all about that.
Yeah. I gotta go to space.
No,
None of it's canon,
not.
Rhett.
Nope, sorry, Rhett. It's
Which,
not canon.
trust me, it almost makes it better.
It does in this
Yeah.
in this situation. It does make it better that it's not canon.
So I started watching. I was like, okay, so are there no males anywhere in this Star Wars universe?
Not in these,
except for Wedge Antilles. We did have Wedge.
Wedge, yeah, Wedge was around.
There's daughters with moms. There's no fathers anywhere.
Exactly. Mike Judge Star Wars would be good.
Hey, Balloon had the guy. That was the guy, and the
oh
and the
yeah,
other guy.
the friend, one of the dudes.
Both friends. Two
The
friends.
Sith. The Sith was in.
The
Sith was a
Sith
guy,
was a
but
dude.
yeah, well, of course he's an antagonist.
There weren't any good dudes.
There
besides
wasn't.
friends,
Well,
besides
except for the friends, yeah.
And he was and he's not going to go in and save the girl because she could save herself. Yes.
Well,
yes,
she did.
Rhett.
She did the Kevin Costner. She said no.
No, I will go. I have to do this
because her
journey.
friend wasn't Superman. She didn't do the Kevin Costner. Because Kevin Costner thing was so dumb.
No.
Yeah, this is Kevin Costner to Yellowstone right now.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Well,
this is Kevin Costner to his wife right now. His ex.
Oh,
well, that's I think
Sheridan.
from what I understand,
No.
maybe that was her to him. But yeah, I don't know.
This is for Rhett. This is for Rhett.
I don't understand this. Look, I know you're trying to channel Steve, but it doesn't work for you, man. I'm sorry. Only Steve.
I don't have the right to shape glasses.
Rhett, you know I'm not going to put that up, so I'm not even going to address that. I mean, it's so stupid to even put that in the chat. I should ban you for that.
The answer is no, but it may be coming.
Not yet.
So, not yet, at least.
Yeah, Ted
Not
Lasso
funny, Rhett.
season 3 is garbage from what I
Maybe
understand.
episode
I'm glad I
6.
never watched it.
6 would be the only one that could come in.
Oh, I'm sure that they
it's
can't help
coming.
themselves. It'll happen. I mean, but you just
Jacob's already watched them all.
No, I have not. I just
I
put the
really
countries.
I didn't.
just know the
the
countries.
I purposely
5
kept
through
myself.
9, like they're long episodes. They're like one's 19 minutes, one's 21 minutes. I mean, much longer than these first 4. So I haven't had.
I barely got these watched last night. These were not high on my priority.
I had to watch them again today because I fell asleep as I was watching them yesterday.
That was some big thunder. Sorry.
I heard it.
Didn't hear it.
When the thunder rolls. Oh, sorry.
And the lightning strikes.
So, you're asking because those are the ones you want to watch. Yeah, Rhett. We believe you, Rhett. So, anyways, I think we're at a good stopping point. Unless you guys have anything else. Did you do? Wait, you didn't do your description.
I didn't. This was the weakest one.
Still, you got to read it.
Young pilot embarrassed by mother wins race in a hunk of junk, defeating the posh mom and daughter along the way. Not mom. Mom.
Depeche Mode.
The posh mum.
I would have thrown in a Wedge Antilles in there somewhere, but
yeah.
Well, let's rank them. Let's rank the 4.
Oh, okay, ranking the 4.
It's just a theme going on this week. Okay.
The 4, yes, the ranking of the 4. Garrison, go ahead and rank your 4 then, Garrison.
I guess.
And remember, we are going to rank the 9 when we do all of them.
I don't remember the names of the episodes.
That's okay. Just say just
1, 2, 3, 4.
Number 1 was Screechers, whatever. Screech, whatever.
Screechers Reach.
I really loved that episode. The second one, my number 2 is
Screech.
I Am Your Mother, which I do remember the name of.
I am your mother.
I'm your mother.
Number 3 is the Sith. Is it the Sith or is it Sith?
Just
Okay.
Sith.
And then 4 is In the Stars.
Into the Star. Oh, In the Stars.
Yeah.
It's not even into.
Like Christmas in the Stars.
In the stars.
Christmas in the stars. Christmas in the
In
stars.
the stars. Oh,
Christmas in
Brian's.
the stars.
Brian put
4,
down
1,
my
3.
exact ranking.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
well,
see what Brian's ranking
And I think
is
what
then.
Garrison just said as well.
Wait, I thought Brian said his. Okay, wait. Brian was going
2. He did
4,
41. He saw number 41.
4, 1,
That's like
3.
6 seasons out.
Interesting. Okay.
2.
I think my favorite was probably Screechers.
Reach.
I think my favorite was Screechers Reach, and then number 2 I'd have to go with I'm Your Mother. So it's the same as I think Rifen's. Number 3 Sith, and then
I think we're all the same except for Dr. Earl.
I'm gonna flip it. I'm flipping it.
Okay, good. What's good? What's your number 1?
My number 1 is Sith. I just love
Sith.
Number 2 for me, I think is gonna end up being Screechers Reach.
Screechers Reach a good episode. It's a good
Number
episode.
3 was the
Great poster.
Aardman, whatever that is. I'm your mother.
Yep,
I'm
my
your mother.
mother.
I'm your mother.
And number 4 is the In the Stars.
In the
So that's
Stars.
number 4 on everyone's list here.
Yeah.
Except for Brian. Brian liked it.
I mean, yeah, the animation style was really, really interesting, and I appreciate. I appreciate that.
I don't know.
Well, I thought the music was really good. You got some really Christmassy vibes to it, and Anthony Daniels reprising his role as C-3PO.
Yeah, I wish I could say that it was Rhett, but it's really not. It's really not.
Flipping it like Missy.
I don't care for Dark Crystal. So Rhett, I say that's correct.
Oh, you don't like Dark Crystal?
Much best, much better than that.
Dare you? The Gelflings? I think you had to be a certain age, maybe.
I like Dark Crystal.
I watched it as a younger kid, but I rewatched it recently, and I don't know. I gave it a 52.
Brian, that's a pretty
2019.
All great storytelling, lots of unanswered questions.
Such positivity.
Wanting more across the board. It gives me hope for storytelling in general.
Brian, let me give you some great news. The writer strike is happening right now, which means we're in a golden age of reality TV coming soon.
Yes, we are.
We can always go back.
It's time for me to get back into The Bachelor, baby.
Yeah. There's going to be lots of pre-recorded game shows that have already been recorded that NBC, all the networks are going to be, and so I mean, it's.
Well, we can.
The
always
chat
go
is
back.
talking about Gelflings in a very inappropriate way, so I probably won't be mentioning Gelflings.
We probably don't need to post that.
By the way, that's my mom's favorite movie of all time. So
wait, there was a 5th one that I watched, not part of Visions, the one with Maggie Simpson.
What?
It
the
was
Baby
cute.
Yoda one.
It was so
where she was
good.
floating around.
I've probably seen 4 episodes of The Simpsons in my life.
Oh, really? That's a good series. I haven't seen.
Like that too,
look,
man.
I'm not a
not seeing that
completist,
much.
so I haven't seen.
I never really
all of
got
them.
much.
I mean, I think
I
I
don't really
watched
get it.
So The Simpsons, I think I honestly stopped watching it after they did that big mystery thing with like who killed somebody. I can't even remember.
I literally don't even know what you're
Rhett
referencing.
Rhett would know. He watches.
Is Rhett a big Simpsons guy?
I watched.
Oh yeah.
I watched.
Well, I know Tommy
Family.
is, but
I watched
Guy.
Family Guy and South Park growing up. I guess those were.
Yeah,
ooh.
Family Guy.
I certainly watched my share of Family Guy.
I wasn't
there was
supposed to be watching either one, and especially not South Park. But I would sneak and watch South Park.
Yeah, I got in trouble for
Rebel.
watching South Park on the downstairs computer.
I got in trouble watching it at my grandparents one time.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is almost as controversial as you watching Return of the Jedi at your grandma's house.
Not as bad as Garrison's dad watching Return of the Jedi.
So
Rhett's never watched an episode of The Simpsons.
It was at my house. She was babysitting.
Wait, what?
Babysitting me at my house.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I found the tape. It was sitting out in front of the TV. It was sitting next to the TV. We had a big 32-inch TV. You know, those big, wide, long ones, whatever, back in the day.
Big back.
And I was not allowed to watch Empire Strikes Back because Dad didn't want to ruin the reveal. And I didn't know. I was too young. I was probably 5 or 6. I didn't really know which one was next in the series. I just popped in one. And that was Return of the Jedi. And I loved it.
I'm sorry. I'm very confused by this statement.
Why would they do what now? All in reverse order.
I don't know
Why
how
would you watch anything in reverse order? Like
they would get better and better.
Yeah, I believe it got better and better.
But you're watching the story backwards.
Does Simpsons have a story though?
There is.
Is there?
At some point. There's a big mystery arc at some point. But I mean,
that would kind of suck.
I remember seeing the very first.
I don't
the mystery, but everything else, whatever.
How long has Simpsons been going now? Like 30 years or something?
It's a long time.
Oh, she watches them in order, just in series backwards order.
Right.
Okay.
Roth, don't type anything in the chat, please.
Oh no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I was looking at how long The Simpsons has been on.
It's been a long time. It's like 20 plus.
So I remember seeing the very first. It was a Christmas special, and that the drawing
on the Tracy Ullman show.
Well, they took it from the Tracy Ullman and made they finally broke away and did their own special.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was in college when I saw it. And that's
34th season.
Yeah,
34.
34.
I think that's
Longest
the only one
running.
I've ever seen.
Yep.
It's about right because I'm 54.
Longer than Bonanza, longer than Cheers. I mean, there's
so
never going to be a show.
But it was a different age of television too. This is a different age of television for cartoons. I mean, Family Guy's still running for like 20 years, and
well, they
South
took a
Park's
break
been
too,
going
though.
for 20 years.
And Futurama's about to come back.
Yep.
Really?
For the second time. This will be the second time it's come back.
Yep. The first reboot sucked. So
yeah,
I think Family Guy's been back a couple times because they were
Writer's Strike's not coming back now.
Well, no. Here's the thing: Animation Guild is separate from the Writers Guild.
Right.
Oh, really?
So if you write for a cartoon, you're
what
likely
about
on the
Taylor Sheridan Guild? Can he keep writing?
Well, there is question about that. Like, what if you're the only writer? Then can you break from the WGA?
Yeah,
I don't know.
like
if you're a director
auteur,
and writer,
you're forced to get. If you're an auteur, you're forced to get a writer's room on the TV show based on the Writers Guild's demands.
So it makes me wonder if Sheridan doesn't do that. Like, I think that dude literally writes the script
just
of
hire some
every one of
cowboys.
his.
They'll just.
I think he collaborated probably on that Jeremy Renner show, and he probably collaborated on the Zoe Saldana show that hasn't come out yet.
Tulsa King, I feel like he definitely collaborated.
Yeah, I think he probably did. But maybe with Yellowstone, he's like, screw you, Writers Guild. I can just write these myself, and I don't need you.
You can always go back and watch all of the episodes of Book of Boba Fett. They're saved for you.
Even though this is a snarky remark from Rhett, I do wonder if there is some loophole. If you have an animated sequence in your movie or something, or your show, you don't have to. No loopholes. All right. No loopholes.
Those are WGA. That's Marvel Films and TV. That's WGA.
So
Garrison will not allow it.
like Into the Spider-Verse is not WGA then?
I would say that probably is still as a feature film. But animated TV shows, I think it's more animated TV shows, maybe home video movies, but I think feature film is probably still WGA rules.
Well, I mean, thank goodness for Red. I mean, it doesn't affect Pornhub, so I mean, Red will be just fine.
And I got yelled at for almost typing something in the chat.
Michael,
sorry.
Well, my dad gave a whole thing about Cinemax.
I know.
Yes.
No, it's like, what is he doing?
I've heard that story before, but I didn't think he'd say it on a.
I know.
Smut out loud.
Yeah, smut out loud. Exactly. I was like, what is he doing on Geek Out Loud? Yeah,
like
that's
Chaz's transition to.
That's
Steve,
what it was.
what's your
That's
favorite
kind of
part
what my
Return of the
question
Jedi?
was too. Like, if it's a hybrid animation and live
no,
action show,
it's still written.
That sounds like WGA to me.
It's
Yeah,
WGA. Yeah.
I do think
When in doubt, it's WGA probably.
The Phineas and Ferb show that's coming up, that's not. It's Animation Guild.
Yeah.
And so
isn't this like the second time it's come back too? Or no, this is the first revival. This is the first revival.
But things that have already been produced that are in the can.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
They're not going to pull those movies, are they? Because
no.
of this thing?
No,
they're already made.
They're already made. Yeah.
The thing that's affected is nothing can be written right now, and nothing on set can be changed from the script. Yeah. I mean, that's the issue.
So you can't come back and
there's a lot of writing that happens nowadays on modern scripts where people go in and they fix it while it's happening, or they not even fix it, but they change it while it's happening and hopefully make it better. And they can't touch that, and that's why Deadpool 4 is about to start production, and there are a lot of people that think it won't. Sorry, 3 is about to start production. There are a lot of people that think it won't because Ryan Reynolds goes in and he does a lot of ad-libbing and gets credited as a writer. And they're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to be able to do the ad-libbing and stuff like that. So
this is cool. One of Brian's friend's son works at an animation studio that did the end credits for Into the Spider-Verse. So he's probably, if he's just an animator, he's probably.
Yeah, I would think there's probably, but I guess you have to have a script, right? So
yeah, I don't know. Well, no, that's what that's what Garrison's saying. If it's an animated cartoon, like for TV, it's not WGA. You can write the scripts under the Animation Guild. I mean,
can't we just bring in scrubs like we did for the football or whatever that was that time?
The last strike, there was some of that happened. Like,
hey, we're good writers. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Look.
Nobody wants that from me.
I'm not pitching this. I'm not endorsing this idea. But let's say if you're a studio and you want to get some things done.
Yeah.
And your guild is on strike, and a lot of people are standing with that guild, including some very important and powerful people. So they'll probably get their way eventually.
Yeah.
There are other countries in the world that do not
care
about labor laws or anything.
Don't have the guild, and a lot of them work. a lot of them work with streamers like Netflix and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think you're going to see Netflix hiring out a bunch of foreign writers to do stuff.
They will definitely. They're garbage, so they will definitely do that.
Yeah, that's my point.
I mean, look,
I hope everybody turns to India and we just get big dance numbers in all of our movies.
Game of Thrones, all that has some Bollywood dance numbers in it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get. I think you're gonna get Netflix shoving some money towards South Korean and Indian writers, whoever they think can make some decent shows.
Very good point.
Wait, I need House of the Dragon, guys.
To shovel content onto
that's still going.
They're saying that's still going. The scripts have been written.
The scripts have already been written.
Right.
Again, the only
Rings
thing they
of
can't do
Power
is
is continuing.
I don't think they can. They just can't change the scripts on set.
That's right. K-drama, Korean.
You get what I'm saying? Like they can't affect the scripts anymore. That's
correct.
That's the issue.
But now that one can.
What if they just do?
That one can?
Yeah, because it's being filmed in England. So it
Are
doesn't
they
matter.
not subject to WGA?
Or no. It's HBO, right?
And neither is Canada. Like that's why you had videos of like Canadian writers and British writers saying we stand with the WGA of America because this is just an American.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to say WGA of America because that's
the Writers Guild America of America.
You're right about that. Writers Guild Association of America. There you go.
There we go.
Okay. It's like the ATM machine, guys. I'm going to the ATM machine.
Right, the ATM machine.
Get my PIN number out.
No, but that's why you had some of those videos of people saying that they stand and they won't write or whatever. I'm like, if you get a paycheck, you're going to write, like in Canada and England. So yeah, I think House of Dragon will be fine.
And a lot of animation people. Thank you, Red. I said that. A little bit.
Red's
behind,
on a delay. There's probably a delay. Yeah,
there's a delay.
One of
the things they do with animation too.
Messing with that.
One of the things they'll do a lot with animation, if they don't want to use guild members to do voice acting, they'll go to places like Canada and stuff like that. I think that will happen with the X-Men the animated series.
Blame Canada.
Yep.
Blame Canada.
It's a great song. Yeah,
it is a great song. All right, we've done an hour. That's about all you need to do when you're talking about Star Wars Visions. But
we're gonna have to go longer next week.
This is a special week because we have a movie to talk about on Thursday. The Deucecast Extra Roundtable series will continue with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This crew right here, plus Rhett, plus maybe Steve, if he can have enough time to see the movie, but he said he doubts he's going to have time to see the movie.
Well, no, wait, I thought we were talking about Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
No.
Yeah. I thought we were doing our Judy Bloom extra.
Judy Bloom.
We talk about Fudge a little bit. And
I like Rhett's point here. The writer's got to pay for the cookie.
I think it's going to last a good while.
This has a feeling. This has a feeling
Ryan.
that to me is going to go to August. And when is it's Thursday. Yeah, this coming Thursday night, Brian, we are doing the Guardians of the Galaxy Roundtable. Gave everybody basically a full week.
What time are we doing? 9-ish?
8.
Yeah, same time. Yeah, the usual time. 9 o'clock.
Whatever it is for you guys.
Yeah, 10 for those guys, 8 for him, 9 for me, whatever. All of that stuff. I think Dave said he's going to try and join as well, but he'll be delayed as always. But he said he's going to try and dive in. And that'll be a really fun one. It'll be completely spoiler filled. So if you haven't seen the movie,
Rhett, we got it. We got it, Rhett.
Yes, Rhett, we get it.
I just got it. I just read it.
Good grief. It never ends.
Are we going to talk about Suzume, a new Suzume?
We're talking about George Foreman.
Oh, George, that really obnoxiously long titled movie, the George Foreman movie.
My mom went and saw it. She said she loved it, so I'm not going to go.
Look,
one.
She was the one person that saw it, and that's good.
You're talking about the Studio G one, Dr. Earl, right?
Studio Ghibli's new Suzume.
Yeah. Oh, my theater is doing a Studio Ghibli marathon.
Well, they all do that. That's not just
Studio Ghibli. Studio Ghibli Fest is happening right now.
Annual thing. It's kind of like,
and they're showing behind the scenes footage with the movies and stuff like that too.
Oh yeah,
is it Ghibli or Ghibli? I always say Ghibli.
I don't care. I don't.
Ghibli.
He doesn't.
I either say Ghibli or G.
Hey, Brian will be there Thursday, so that's appointment.
Oh, thanks, Brian. Thanks, Brian.
Appointment streaming.
Brian's a great supporter.
Thank you, sir.
Garrison, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitter at griffin3. You can find me on Instagram as well. You can find me on Letterboxd at griffin, GRYFUN, where I will hopefully be watching more movies soon. I watched this month so far. I've watched 3 Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 screenings and one with Nell and I. So yeah, I'm hoping to pick that up. So
I like it. Roth from Wyoming, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Roth from Wyoming, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. The podcast is the Good Day for a Movie podcast. Our last episode was Tag. Our next one is 4 Rooms. Tarantino Rodriguez action.
Yeah.
And a couple other directors.
A couple others, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I have not seen 4 Rooms in many, many years. I might have to revisit that in preparation.
It was a fun one.
Did I see that one?
There's a very Twilight Zone episode in that because it's 4 different episodes basically.
It's
Madonna's
an anthology.
in the first one.
Madonna's. Yeah. It's so 90s. It is the most 90s thing you'll watch, but I love it. It's really good.
Wait a minute.
What?
Directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
He directed the 4th part.
Thing he doesn't count as a film.
He doesn't because it's just
I know.
Yes,
I know.
exactly.
It's an anthology.
It's an
Short
anthology.
stories.
He directed. Wait a minute. In Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, he directed 1 scene. He doesn't count that as a movie. I'm just kidding.
Tarantino would I'm sorry, he would direct that Star Trek film and then be like, "Well, I another film for myself."
Yes, yeah, exactly. Because he would not he'd be doing that for the studio.
Yeah.
Dr. Earl is off the grid.
Well, no, wait a minute. I will be back at the Deucecast Extra on Thursday night.
Yes,
9 p.m. Central.
9 p.m.
8 a.m. Mountain Time or something. Is that
and you can hear him tomorrow on the Deucecast. I forgot to promo the Deucecast yet again.
Maybe I'm there. Maybe a Steve Glosson is there. I don't know.
Oh man,
I was this close to hitting yes, but I hadn't edited my podcast yet, so I was like, I better not.
We're glad you didn't.
Jacob, it is so okay that you didn't.
Yeah, that episode went way longer than we wanted it to. No,
it wasn't streamlined.
By the time it was over, there was some like, I gotta go. My wife's texted me from like 3 different.
Yeah, I never said that.
David should know when we have a 10 number list. You don't have so many guests that anyway.
It's one episode
I saw the email an hour after it
fun.
was sent, and I was like, I bet you with the title of this podcast, they're still going.
There's a Glosson.
Yeah. We talk about, we sort of break
it was
down,
a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
The 10 MCU movies since Endgame. So it was a perfect top 10 list, and we go around the horn and talk about which one's on our list. And so it's fun. It was good.
And it drops tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. It drops tomorrow. And gosh, we got more coming on Thursday. Then we'll be back next Tuesday for episode 5 through 9. And then we're not going to discuss it yet, but the Deucecast Extra becomes Wild Wild West, basically, because we're just trying to make it to June. We are trying to figure out how to get to June. So we're doing a lot of roundtables for the rest of the month.
But there's a lot of blockbusters coming out this summer.
There's a lot of blockbusters coming out this summer that we'll be talking about.
In preparation for one of those movies that we'll be reviewing, I'm going to watch a movie that is behind your right shoulder by that time.
Oh, Transformers?
Yeah, I've never seen the original Transformers movie.
Well,
it's okay.
I mean, it's awesome. I love it.
Spoiler alert.
Wait a minute, Earl, did you just say it's okay nonchalantly? It is an awesome movie. What are you talking about?
What? It's awesome. No, I mean, it really?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Awesome.
Like,
I enjoyed it. Of all the Transformer movies.
I want to tell you how awesome it is. Rhett and myself
went
to a screening of where I got that very poster. It was sold out. It was a sold out screening of the Transformers, the animated movie. I mean, look,
it's not my genre.
Dude.
Look, I think any movie that kills off Optimus Prime is
no, Brian, no. He's talking about the animated, the original one from the 80s.
Trust me, Brian. I saw the original live action Transformers movies with Megan Fox plenty of times.
Yes.
Yes.
No, he's talking about the one
as well. But yes, I'm talking about 1986, the Transformers.
Dude,
the
it
movie.
is so great. I'm
excited.
Love
Oh, you're talking about the animated.
Yes.
Yeah, the poster. The poster.
Well, I can't. My eyes aren't that good to see what's
it's
here.
small.
Use my glasses.
It's kind of just hand my glasses and then there. Okay, see there goes.
Okay, now I see. I'll give them back.
Seamless. That was seamless.
Oh,
all right, let's get out of here. Hey, I want to give a shout out
The
to the
magic
chat
of
like I always
movies.
do.
The magic.
Brian, I really appreciate you being here, Brian, because it does make it a lot more fun
Thank
for
you,
us,
Brian.
Rhett.
I appreciate
Rhett.
you being here, Rhett.
Thank you, Rhett.
There, I'll let you say it, Rhett. I'm glad you're here too, buddy.
Thank you,
Rhett.
We will see you guys on Thursday. We will see you guys on Tuesday, and then we'll sort of tell you what we're going to do to try and get us to Secret Invasion, which we're going to be doing some fun stuff. Maybe a rewatch. That'll be fun.
It's not that far. It's only a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, but you still got to do something to get there. What did you hold up? Yep, a rewatch. That's right. Is that the 4K?
What is that?
Oh, nice.
I didn't see you.
Oh,
what? Transformers? What is
Yeah.
it?
No, it's not Transformers.
I got some prep work I'm doing for that one.
We're teasing.
Oh, good. I'm very excited. In fact, I hope both of you younger gentlemen really bring it for that particular rewatch because I want all the Easter eggs. I want everything.
Jacob, do you want to watch the alternate universe edition?
Oh,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a separate cut of the film that's not a like this is a superior or director's cut. It's like here's some extra stuff that we threw in this cut.
Is it on this one? Is it on this disc?
I think it's on the Blu-ray.
I'm sure it's on the 4K then too.
Sometimes they don't put special features on.
Sometimes they don't do that
to save room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Everybody go watch Visions episode 5 through 9 to prepare for Tuesday. And if you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, you've got a couple days to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and be prepared for the.
You should run, don't walk. Run, don't walk.
Run, dude. Run, don't walk. So later. Yes, it was very.